Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far, and welcome to today's video where I'm going to be talking brushes, and not just any brushes. These are my go-to everyday most used brushes in my stunning Sonia G brush holder. I'm going to be sharing all of my picks. These are my most used brushes that I reach for every single day to do my makeup, and I'm picky. There's not very many in here, you'll notice. And I do have a very large collection of brushes, but in here is just what I need day to day, every day to do my makeup, regardless of whether I'm using creams, liquids, powders. Everything is covered in here, whether I'm going to an event or just a school run, whether I'm doing no makeup or I'm doing full beat, full glam. I have everything I need in here, so I thought I would share my selections, what is in here, what I use it for, and my most used, best loved brushes. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so quick confession, my eyes are having a time right now. They are desperate to leak a tear or two. I'm fine. My eyes are not, okay? I think it's hay fever time, hay fever season. I'm not sure how it's getting me in my house, but it's happening. Okay.
The pollen affecting me now. Ah! Pollen, stop.
So just know that everything's fine. We're muddling through today. So let's start off with a little bit about my brush holder. This is the Sonia G Cranes over Mount Fuji brush holder. You can see it's got the two cranes there. This is just absolutely stunning. The back has Sonia's logo on, and it is just my pride and joy. I sort of weighed up for a long time whether I needed one of these Sonia brush holders, and I think at the time when I was trying to decide, they only had the smaller version of this. This is before they released the wider version, so I knew it wouldn't hold all of my brushes, so I think that's what stopped me from pulling the trigger earlier. But as soon as the larger, wider brush holders came along that I knew would contain and more than enough brushes for my kind of brushes that I needed for my day-to-day makeup, I knew I had to invest, and I have never regretted a purchase less. I used to have about 10 pots on my desk. It cluttered it up a lot. Now everything is beautifully tidy and organized and in this really gorgeous holder. So I cannot recommend these highly enough. They are beautifully thought out and constructed. And yes, they are a large investment, so just think about whether or not it's going to be worth it for you. But I can say I have never regretted anything about it. It's made my day. My desk looks beautiful and organized. I can see everything in one place, and it does hold more than enough brushes for me that I never reach for another brush that isn't stored in here. And you know, I do a fair amount of makeup. I try a lot of different formulas, and given all of that, I do not need anything that doesn't fit in here. So as far as the organization, it does follow a little bit of a sort of placement, like a thought process. There is a little bit of thought that's gone in here. So in this brush holder, I will show you a photo, like a stock photo. The front sections are smaller and the back sections are larger. So anything with a larger handle typically has to go at the back. I then have at the front all of my eyeshadow brushes will go in these first two compartments. Then we're sort of moving into more detail face brushes, and then the larger face brushes at the end. I try to keep cream / liquid and powder brushes separate so that there's no cross contamination. But having said that, there is also an element of just where brushes fit, and depending on handle size, what slot they will fit into. So it's not perfect, but that's kind of vaguely where we're going. By the way, I did not clean all the brushes in here before doing this video. I know some people will feel strongly that I should have done, but I did my makeup this morning, okay? I can't do my makeup without these brushes. These are essentials. So they have all been used, and I'm showing you them in their most disgraceful form. So, you know, just bear with. Close your eyes if it's offensive. So this is the first row, that first small section in there, and it is all eyeshadow brushes. I have one of the new Alpine series, which is Alpine 7. This is kind of your crease brush, one of my go-to favorite crease brushes for every day. We then have the Builder brush, perfect sort of packing shade. We've got one of the Tissue, the pencil brush from the Tissue collaboration with Sonia G. That is just a perfect under lower lash line brush. We then have the Crease L from Sonia G. Again, a perfect sort of building into the crease brush. We have the, I think, discontinued Rephr 21 brush, which to this day remains my all-time favorite lid shimmer packing brush. We do need that back, Rephr. Okay, give it, please, we beg you. I then have one of my favorite first eyeshadow brushes. This is the T8 from Sonia G, a really nice larger crease or transition brush. We've then got one of the Rephr Shodo brushes. This is Shodo 02, which again, it's just, I love the Shodo collection. This is a great lower lash line smoker, great detail, great liner brush, very, very versatile. Then in the row behind that, we have all cream or liquid brushes. I have two of the BK Beauty Angie Hot and Flashy A506. I have the travel size and the regular size. Amazing eyeshadow priming or concealer brushes. Another BK Beauty brush by Nikki Rose. This is the N16. Again, another perfect concealer or eyeshadow priming brush. I have two very similar brushes from Rephr. I think these were like a prototype and then a finalized version of the same brush. So we have the LC01 and then the B05. Almost identical brushes, but I think the B05 doesn't exist anymore, I think. But again, perfect concealer brushes, perfect eyeshadow primer brushes, and these are my go-to favorites for applying liquid or cream eyeshadows also. Very versatile little brushes. We then have my favorite brush for eyeshadow primer. This is the 32 from Rephr. I use this pretty much every day to do my eyeshadow primer with concealer. The only time I use the others is if this one is dirty beyond use, but the other brushes I've already mentioned, these concealer brushes, I use more frequently for concealer, and that Rephr 32 I use more frequently for eyeshadow primer. I then have two spoolie slash brow brushes. One is the ABH, so this has a spatula on one end and then a spoolie on the other, and then a Morphe brush, which I must have had for about a decade now. This is the M158. It does have a brush on the other end, it's like a liner brush, but I only use the spoolie, and to be honest, I don't use either of these very often because I typically just use the spoolie on the end of my Benefit pencil. But if it's got a bit dirty or I'm not using that pencil, then I will use those spoolies. And then finally I have my Eldridge Lip brush, which I don't use every day, but if I'm looking for something a bit crisp or I'm trying to tidy up my lipstick, it's an absolute must-have. So moving on to the next front smaller section, we have more eyeshadow brushes. So we have the Sonia G T3. This is like a more sort of dense packing brush that is perfect for the outer V or the crease if you're wanting to add some depth there. I then have two more brushes from the Alpine series, my all-time favorite sort of starter brush, the Alpine 8. Perfect transition, crease, very, very precise, very narrow, so you can use it very, very many places for very many different jobs, but I just love it as a first brush. Another Alpine series, the 5, really nice small sort of smudging brush, great for lower lash line, inner corners, brow arch, things like that. I've got a very diddy Shodo 06 from Rephr. Inner corner highlight, brow arch, any kind of detail. You could use this for spot concealing or even as a lip brush. We then have one of the Sonia G holiday brushes from a couple of years ago now. This is, it doesn't have a number, it was just like a limited special edition. Black bristles, perfect. Transition blending, large blending brush. Really loved that one from that holiday collection. And a couple more Sonia G's. The T5 lovely crease building and blending brush, and we have the Builder S, which is a great lid packing shimmer shadow inner corner brow arch detailed flat brush. Next up I have some foundation brush favorites. I will use a foundation brush until it's dirty, put it to one side and just go through all of these foundation brushes. There will be some more in another section in a minute because they all have larger handles, so they can't all go in the same section. So we have the Sonia G base brush from the Lotus collection, one of my favorites. We have the BK Beauty 115. I'll also use this for cream bronzer, cream contour, cream blush, liquid highlighter. All of these brushes can be used for all of those sort of larger cream or liquid products. I then have the Sonia G Jumbo Base, one of my all-time favorite foundation brushes, and that is all that fits in that next section, that back section, because the brush handles are so large. Moving along, we have the final sort of smaller detail brush section. So in here I have two brushes that I kind of interchange for setting my under eye concealer, both from Sonia G. We have the Detail Pro and the Worker L. I think the Worker L is kind of thought of as a eyeshadow brush, but I use these two to set my under eye concealer. Once one is kind of packed with product, I switch to the next. I love them both equally. We then have the T6. This is, again, a lovely first eyeshadow brush, transition brush, blending brush, very versatile for eyeshadow, larger brush. This is my all-time favorite first brush for eyeshadow. This is the Detail 1 with the blue sky handles. I flipping love this brush. Again, I think this is actually kind of designed as a sort of detail face brush, like highlighter, powder, things like that. But for me, if I'm doing a wash of colour, if I want to use a transitional shade, if I'm doing no makeup and I just want like a bit of a bronzy shade on my eye just to give me some shape, this is my favourite brush. So nice and large, so light and fluffy. It applies eyeshadow really diffusedly, and that is like my go-to #1 first step eyeshadow brush. I then have my Sonia G Fan Pro, one of my favourites for highlighter. The T2, this is kind of a bit of a mixed bag. I like this for liquid and cream eyeshadows, but we'll also use this as a packing brush, detail brush, lots of different ways to use that one. And then the final brush from the Alpine Series 6, larger version of the previous brush that is just the perfect under eye smudging, cleaning up type of brush. Behind that we have two more foundation brushes, both from Rephr, the LC03 and the B04, both similar to the concealer brushes. I think the B04, I don't know if that still exists, but the LC03 does, and these are both just equally amazing, just slight difference in shape. I love these for foundation. Again, as soon as these are dirty, I'll move on to some of the others. I keep a lot of foundation brushes because they do build up product very quickly and need cleaning. So I keep all of those that I love equally, more or less, until I've gone through them all, and then I know it's time to clean my brushes. Moving on, we have all three of the Alpine series brushes from Sonia G, the cheek set. This is Alpine series 2, 3 and 4, and these are like my go-to for cheek products. Highlighter and blush. I don't really use these for bronzer because the larger brush that we will talk about in a minute is in a different section, but these are like my go-to these days for blush, highlighter. I have pretty much taken out all other brushes that serve the same purpose because I don't want to use any others than these. And I did just receive the new set that is the same shapes, different handles, different line, so I'm sure that I will love those just as much, and those will go in here, and then I'll have two of everything, which is a dream come true. Behind those brushes I have a couple of the buffer brushes. These are my absolute favourite line when it comes to cream and liquid cheek products. I love these depending on the size. So the sheer buffer, which I think was the first one, perfect cream or liquid bronzer brush. Unless this is dirty, I don't use a different brush for that purpose. And then the mini sheer buffer highlighter, cream or liquid highlighter, it's just the perfect applier of those things in a really easy diffused way. Absolutely obsessed with those brushes. Then a bit of a random inclusion because this is a powder brush, but this is one of those where it goes in there because it doesn't fit anywhere else. But this is the Sonia G TF3. This is my go-to powder setting for my eyeshadow. So I use this after I've used the Rephr brush to apply concealer to my eye area ready for eyeshadow, and then I set it using this brush. It's just really nice large shape, get a lot of powder, and I'll just pat it over the top of the concealer and it's done in seconds. I don't typically use this to set my concealer under my eye because it's a little denser and larger, so I do prefer the smaller brushes that we spoke about earlier for that. So this literally has one job, but it does that job like no other. The final front compartment has two little mini brushes, both very, very cute buffers, but with very different jobs. So we have the oval hybrid, my absolute favourite for cream or liquid blush. It has that sort of oval shape, as you might expect from the name, gives you a little bit of a sort of contour, doesn't apply in too large of a space. Also perfect if you're doing a cream or liquid contour as opposed to a bronzer, because the larger sheer buffer could be a little too large for that. So this is just a go-to and just, again, my most used brush in that area for that purpose. And then we have the buffer. So this has a short handle, and this is a perfect buffing brush. This could potentially lose its place to another brush I'm going to talk about in a moment, which is a bit, just has a bit more versatility to it. But this is kind of a final step. So if I feel like my blush has come a bit too far in, or this area is not so well blended, or my bronzer is not so well blended, I just go around everything as a final step with this brush. If anything is looking a bit too much, this is like a perfect little eraser. And then the final compartment at the back is for my giant beasts. Okay, my biggest brushes. First up, we have the Sonia G TF1. Until a few weeks ago, this was my absolute all-time favourite bronzer brush, and she is still right up there. I absolutely love this for powder bronzer, right? Just the most perfect size and shape to whack it on, but not too heavily. It's got a lovely light airy feel to it, a really nice tapered shape that gives you a bit of a sculpted bronze, which I really like, but large enough to sort of go around your forehead really nicely and quickly. But then this bad boy came along. So this is the Alpine one, and this is the brush that I'm saying might replace the need for the buffer as a standalone brush, because this is my current favourite for bronzer. It's just so lovely and airy, and it sort of applies bronzer as if like pre-blended, if you will, which I love. And it also is the perfect buffing brush. So I'm tending to use this brush for both jobs at the moment. I'll bronze, then I'll clean it off on my microfiber cleansing cloth from Sonia G, and then buff with it as well. And I'm all about condensing. The fewer brushes the better for me. So if I can get rid of one because one serves two purposes, then I will. But I'm not 100% sure if it would be better to not use a brush that's been used for bronzer. So I'm kind of keeping that other one hanging around for now, but this is one of my favourite brushes of all time. And there you have it. Those are all of my day-to-day chosen favourite brushes that I love the most for my makeup on a everyday basis. I do have drawers full of other brushes, but I do like to keep, you know me, I like to keep as small as possible, minimalist as I can in this job makeup collection, and that extends to brushes as well. So I do, you know, take any new brushes go in here, brushes have to come out. It's a one in, one out situation. I don't want brushes all over my desk. I don't want numerous. Once I invested in this, I decided that I will fill this, but no more brushes will befall my desk. So this is all I need. So it's very much like the creme de la creme that is in there, my absolute most treasured favourite brushes that I can't be without. So please let me know. I'd love to know what your brush, like your everyday brush collection looks like. Do you have more than me as in your day-to-day brushes? Do you have a lot less? How do you store them? Please share all of your brush lowdowns in the comment section down below. But thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, and I would love to see you in the next one. Otherwise, take care for now. Bye 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 bye.